Okay, let's go ahead and get started. And if the others join, they'll join. I always believe in divine manner. What's the word I'm thinking of? My mind's going blank. It's all divine, and whoever needs to be here will be here. And if people need to be elsewhere, then obviously they need to be there. So thank you for joining us at our inaugural session of Gather, Learn, Heal, Become. As I was talking about before we turned on the recording, I just been getting the sense that it would be helpful to have a little space for us to gather together and share and support each other and feel into what feels like a tidal wave of change. You know, whether you believe that change is good or bad, even those of us who like change, who say we like change, actually don't like change. There's studies that show that people who even say they like change resist change. And I'm one of those people. I love change. And I also know that it's just been feeling really strong lately. So this is a space for us to connect with each other, support each other, to do some share some healing energy, healing practices, and so that we can feel more grounded and present for what we're facing. So this is going to be recurring meeting on the second and fourth Sundays at 1:30 p.m. You could just use this Zoom link going forward, and you can also register on the Sanctuary of Earth website. This is offered in partnership with the Richmond Ions community group. So the structure of this program is going to be, I'm going to start and end with a channeled message, and then we're going to focus on the topic. So I'll talk very briefly about finding your inner truth, and I'll go ahead and stop sharing. And then walk you through a meditation, an exercise rather. And while you're doing the exercise, I will be doing some yin energy medicine on you for the group. So you'll have the benefit of that as well. And then what we will do is we'll do a report out to see how that went with people. And Martha, if you want to just put in the chat, that's absolutely fine. If folks aren't okay with sharing on the recording, I can pause it because I do want to put this on our YouTube channel. And then we'll have another round where we can just have general discussion about how you find your inner truth and what things you might find challenging or helpful. And we can all learn from each other. I know that I can certainly benefit. I always benefit from learning from other people. We'll end with the final round of a channeled message, and then we'll wrap it up. Excuse me, wrap it up, and we will give away the free session. Okay, so if that sounds okay with you, I guess I should just introduce myself. I'm Sanna, and I'm one of the founders of Sanctuary of Earth. I'm a healer and an intuitive and an educator and a coach and a nonprofit entrepreneur. And yeah, I guess that's enough said. And I am a channel, so I'm going to just tap in for a general message from the guides, given this is our first session, the topic and the topic at hand. So this will be pretty short. So I'm just getting a hello and welcome, beautiful souls, for joining us today and this event that I, Sanna, have called together for the purposes of helping us deal with this tidal wave of energy that feels like a lot of rubble, like Sanna describes it as a lot of rubble. And whether that's something good that's come down or something that we find comfort in, even if it's challenging, or just something that feels good and a loss, it's just a lot of rubble, and it's our opportunity to transmute it into what we want and hope going forward, not just for ourselves, but for the collective. And that life is evolution and change. And the more we embrace that, even when it's hard, the more we can ride the tidal wave rather than feeling drowned by it. So this is part of the purpose of the Gather sessions, is to help us link energetic hands so we can be more buoyant and float, help each other float over all of the change that's coming. Well, we all hope that you will find this valuable and that you will invite others to join. And Sanna is just reiterating that she's very glad to hear to learn from you as well. So, all right, so let's talk a little bit about the topic of inner truth. And I don't want to talk that long because I feel like there's so much more wisdom just in going within and sharing with each other. I picked this topic because I feel it is so important when all of this turbulence is going on. It's easy to get distracted by all the noise in our head, noise in our environment, noise out in the world. We can get flooded with emotions and feeling stressed. And it's really easy for us to lose track of what's most important to us. And we tend to just fall back into our habits of doing what has felt safest, but what may not be necessarily in our best interest or in the best interest of the situation at hand. And so our ability to stay peaceful and calm, and even curious and amused, can help us bring in our best versions of ourselves, the versions of us that have the greatest cognitive capacity and energy, and can help us find the best path forward, especially when it feels like there's nothing but a lose-lose scenario. I have found that by having a regular practice of tapping in, and I'd love to hear from all of you later about what your practices might be for grounding. And what I'm going to be doing is a fairly basic practice. But I'd love to hear from you what you do. But I just know that since I have adopted a daily practice and a day-long practice, really, of when I'm feeling overwhelmed and confused, that I just get beneath all of the noise to a deeper part of myself where I have a great wisdom. And even before I became a spiritual person, I was an atheist and I was very in my head. I was an academic and I was so proud of all my mental activity. But even when I was feeling great challenge and confusion and facing a big decision, somehow I knew how to sit still and to find that wisdom beneath. I feel like the times that we're in are encouraging us to do this more and more, even with things that maybe we take for granted. So I think I'm going to just pause there. I think that's plenty. I don't imagine I'm telling you anything you don't already know or have thought about or focus on routinely. I know Martha and Steph pretty well. All right, so let's go to the exercise. And if you would just write out something that you feel challenged or confused by, where finding your inner truth might feel helpful right now. Just take a minute to jot that down. Okay, now I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do a brain dump. And the purpose of the brain dump is to clear your mind. It is not to write out complete thoughts or beautiful sentences or even complete sentences. The goal is to just get any excess thoughts out of your mind onto whatever you're writing with. I suggest you even just plan on throwing whatever you write away or deleting it. It's not really meant for you to go back and analyze. We're going to just try to get our head as clear as possible. So just whatever comes to mind, just let it pour out, even if it's, especially if it's gibberish, just pour it out on whatever you're writing with. So take 2 minutes and go ahead and start writing. Okay, Romeo is signaling it's time to come back together. I hope you feel a little more clear in your head if you were having some overthinking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lead you on a guided meditation for you to tap into your inner truth, your deeper wisdom, to find some insight to the question or intention you wrote earlier. I'll give you some time to listen or feel or write, however you want to do it. And I'll do the energy work during that time period while you're feeling into that. And I'll just guide you through the whole thing. And then what we're going to do at the end, again, if you feel comfortable sharing on the recording, I'll have you one at a time share what your intention was and what came to you. And then if others have a truth that comes up from this deep space we're going into, then I'll invite you to share, as opposed to talking from past experience or knowledge. So we're going to be sharing from this place of inner truth with each other. Okay, and again, I can turn off the recording if folks aren't comfortable with that, or I could pause it. All right, so I'll just walk you through the whole thing. I just wanted to give you a heads up on the process here. So this meditation won't take long, maybe 5 to 7 minutes, and then you'll have some time to reflect. All right, so if you feel comfortable to close your eyes, otherwise you can just gaze softly at wherever you like and put your feet flat on the ground. Feel your sit bones sinking into your chair. Arrange your spine so it is straight over your hips. And imagine a little string at the top of your head going straight up into the heavens. And it's pulling just so ever so gently so that you can just relax your whole body underneath this thread. And arrange it so that your neck is right over your spine and your head right over your neck, so that you can really just relax your whole scalp, forehead, back of the head, side of the head, face. Feel heavy and soft, hanging down from that little thread. Your jaw, your neck, and your throat. Your shoulders, your chest, and your upper back are soft and relaxed. And they're just being held by the rest of you and that thread. No tension, no tightness. And feel your upper arms, elbows, lower arms, and hands just soft and relaxed, and resting naturally wherever they are. Your chest, upper back, belly, and lower back just fall naturally into place. No tension, no tightness. Hips and glutes sinking deeper into the chair. Quads and the backs of your legs, soft, relaxing. Knees, shins, and calves sinking in just a little deeper where they are. Ankles and feet settling deeper as well. And if you need to adjust your posture a little bit so that you can really relax under this little string, go ahead and do that. And just imagine a golden column of light from your seat, just surrounding your hips and all the way across and going all the way down deep into earth. And any overthinking, stress or worry, tightness or tension, anything remaining, just imagine it going down and down into the fiery center of earth. And when you do that, you could just feel all of your body almost as one unit, soft and relaxed, open to receive the energy around you. And you can just feel how delicious it is to be in your body. And just imagine nature and earth surrounding you, sky, flora and fauna, the soil and the ground, even the heavens if you want, just all of it just holding you, and you're totally safe and secure. And just let the beautiful earth energy just come fill your energy in your body, mingling with your bones and flesh, your human form. Any stray thoughts, we just release them to the universe or down to that golden column of light. Take a couple of deep breaths. Relax a little more. And now, considering the intention you wrote down a few minutes ago, Just feel into the deepest part of you, for your inner truth around this topic. You may feel it in your heart chakra. You might feel it in your belly. You might get an image or some words coming to mind. You might have a general sense of knowing. But just know that your body, your heart, and your soul are so wise and are tapped into universal and personal truth. That wisdom is always there for you, no matter how complicated or scary life is. And just sit and feel and listen or look, or if you prefer to write, let your hands' wisdom show you the way. If you feel like you need to get out of your chair and move with the answer, go ahead and do so. I'll give you 4 minutes to be in this inquiry. And if you wish to receive the energy medicine of yin, set the intention to receive while you're contemplating. Take another 30 seconds to wrap up. Okay, I've decided I'm actually going to pause the recording. So thanks for your shares. I probably should have had this on the recording. And the feedback everybody got. I hope that was nourishing for everybody. So we have 9 minutes left, and I'd like to just open it up for about 5 minutes to see if anybody has any of their own centering, grounding practices, ways to access inner truth. I mean, there's a million ways. We have probably time to discuss one or two per person. Does anybody have any they'd like to share? I'm always looking to deepen my practice.
I use muscle testing,
Mm-hmm.
and when a lot of the time when I'm talking about something, say with a client or someone else, and I get a surge of chi from my crown chakra, or sometimes it's just on my right side, sometimes my whole body. I sort of have this knowing that I'm in that resonant frequency of truth, if that makes sense. It's not, I don't know, that sounds grandiose. I don't mean that. I just mean that that I'm close to the mark or on target, if that makes sense. That
Mm-hmm.
that it's a sense in which something is accurate. So,
Mm-hmm.
and muscle testing, because all points in space time are non-local. When I use muscle testing, it's just a simple yes, no, polarity. So it helps to determine, it's very simple. When I use it with clients, it's very clarifying to practice that, because it's just simple, yes or no. It's binary. So that's those are two things that I rely on.
So I know you explained this in IONS the other day. You just have the client hold out their arm, and you'd
Yeah,
press on their arm, and it'd be if it's yes, then they can hold it stiff, and if it's
if
no,
it's
then they drop their arm.
right. Yeah, the book
Okay.
is Power versus Force: The Hidden Determinants of Human Behavior by David Hawkins, who developed this whole system. And there's something called the Hawkins scale, which you can Google and it'll pop right up. But um, yeah, and most people are vibrating right around 200, which is courage, and then it kind of goes up from there, and you sort of dip down into to fear and shame sometimes, and then you go back up. But it's a very efficient way to get people out of their heads and get them to trust their bodies. So that's why I like it, because we all spin out in our heads and what if, and this is just like, oh no, stop, pay attention, slow down, listen. So it's cool. I like it.
Thank you, Martha. Anybody else have a practice they'd like to share?
For me, again, early, I appreciate and very grateful for you all sharing, because I'm looking to glean information and practices and things. But the thinking and trying to slow down and slow my mind down. What has resonated with me has been just breath work right now. Um, so that's been the one thing that has worked relatively well for me. But I just simply put out, and I probably more in a position of trying to take in what you all are saying, and try to learn new potential practices, because I find it very intriguing, and again, with the goal being for me to slow my thinking down. I recognize the last couple of days I've had a lot of things going on, and I wasn't doing that breath work. And um, over this morning, like, you got to get back to it. So
Yeah.
that's been my go-to as of recent and now.
Good. Thank you for that. Yeah, breath work puts you in your body and brings oxygen, centers your focus. So many good things. Steph, anything you want to share?
Sure. I work with the 13 moon calendar and the energies of each moon, and within that there are 13-day wave spells of energy and daily energies. And so each day I spend a few minutes in the morning connecting consciously to the energy of the day and how it can support me in whatever I'm doing that day, and then running it through my body in the pattern that we use, and that's very grounding and integrating at the same time. I also work with trees a lot for grounding.
Yeah, nothing like a tree hug to get you grounded. Do you want to put a link to your next, I know you have your free events, Steph. Do you want to put that in the chat for people?
Oh, sure. I have to pull it
Yeah.
up real quick.
Okay. All right, wonderful. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. We have 3 minutes left. I just want to tell you that I did do some energy on work on you all when you were in your contemplation. I felt some fair amount of anxiety in certain places, and hopefully you feel a little more grounded from that. So I'm going to have a final message I'm going to channel for this group. And what I'm getting is, oh, you beautiful souls, you're just so full of heart and courage and intention to be of your best self and your best service. And there's nothing more important right now. And you're absolutely on the right path, whether you think you're not, or you are or not. Just again, like you're already doing it. And really what you're looking for is how to deepen, how to improve. And that's perfect. That's exactly where we ought to be as humans in our perfect imperfection, is to just trust we're already doing it and to deepen it. And the more we can do it together and support each other and float over the waves, the more easily we can do it, the more fun we can have, and the richer experience it can be. So back to Sanna. Just wanting to thank you all for coming, and see, I'm going to just share the screen again. Oops. Share the screen again. And just remind you that we are donation based. This program is donation based, and we would appreciate any amount you feel you care to share. We will be having this on the 2nd and 4th Sundays at 1:30 going forward. Next time is February 9th, and we'll be talking about finding and staying on your path. I'm also going to be creating the spring course schedule soon. So whether I see you next time or not, make sure you either check your email if you're on our mailing list, maybe join our mailing list. Phil, I know you came to us through Meetup, so if you want to join our mailing list, we only send 1 or 2 emails per month related to our classes. We try to have this kind of space in our classes as much as possible, so we can be sharing from this place of our deep wisdom, because the times of the day require us to need our deep wisdom more than it needs our crazy thinking. Well, I know my crazy thinking is not much help anyway. So finally, let me see. Finally, I'm giving away a free 30-minute session. I'm going to stop sharing. And I have assigned each of you a mental number. And Steph, if you could pick a number between 1 and 3, we will see who won. Uh-oh, somebody had the time wrong.
You say it out loud or just?
Yeah, say it out loud.
You said 1 and 3?
Between 1 and 3.
3.
3. Okay, so the winner is Martha. So Martha, you have my text, so contact me and we'll do a little session together.
Can I donate it? I'm feeling guided to donate it to Phil.
Okay.
Phil, are you still here?
He's still here.
Hey,
Yes, I am, Martha.
Sanna is like the awesomest, and I really would love it if you would take advantage of the offering, because she's amazing, and I see her a lot, and you would enjoy her. So I just wanted to give that to you if you are receptive to that. If not, I'll take it. Anyway.
Oh, Martha, thank you. And typically I have a very difficult time accepting things like that. That has been something that I've been working towards, so I will happily accept.
Yay!
Thank you so
Cool.
much.
Well, that was perfect because I was really hoping it would go to Phil.
That's awesome.
Because Steph and Martha do we get time together, and so so I think it just needed to happen that way. And thank you, Martha. That's so generous of you. Phil, I put in the chat my phone, so if you could just text me and we could set something up. Pearl, dear, I am so glad you're here, and I just wonder if you got the time wrong because we're just wrapping up. But I hope you'll join us next time. I can also send you the recording of this. And it will be on the YouTube channel. Okay, so Pearl, you're muted, so I hope you heard us. Okay, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.